Live from New York. It's the show that's on at 2 o'clock for the next 5 days, so stay tuned. Today, a roller coaster in Buffalo. Josh Allen's passer reading? No. Stefon's I'm here, I'm gone, I'm back attendance. Yesterday, he checked in with the team and didn't suit up and didn't practice. McDermott was worried, and Josh Allen was trying to mend fences. Take a listen. Just letting people cap. That means lie, Nick. If those lies help you sleep better, tell them, big dog. And then in more news, so get ready for this, Brew, he's back. So there you go. He was gone, he's checked in, and we're worried. It's not football related. Now we're back. So what do you make of this mess?
Well, first, I mean, it's good that he's back. I didn't think Sean McDermott handled it well. Like, why do you come out and say very concerned?
Twice.
And then you don't answer questions. Guess what, Sean? Once you say very concerned, but I'm not talking about it, there are no more questions. That's the only thing that matters. One of your best offensive players is not there. You're saying you're very concerned. I don't need to ask you anything else. So tell me about that. So I thought Von Miller kind of downplayed it, which was good. Josh, you could see the serious nature of it in his comments and the way he talked. But look, it's good that he's here, and I'm glad he's here because I was going to say this had he not shown up. Stefon Diggs, grow up. Unless there is a serious, real serious personal issue between him and Josh or him and some other like major member of the organization, and I mean real serious. I don't mean just y'all got beef or you ain't getting along. I mean really like serious type stuff. Then be a pro and show up, okay? Stop being emotional like you're a little boy and taking your football and going home. All right, you've got your money. You're one of the highest paid receivers in the league. You're the second most targeted receiver in football since you've been in Buffalo.
How many are
You're a three-time Pro Bowl bowler. Like, dude, I'm glad he showed up because that's the mature thing to do. You are a professional. They are paying you. Do your job.
Well, I'm glad that might all be true, but how'd the Bills get Stefon Diggs? Does anyone remember?
Well, he wanted money, though. But he wanted money. He's got his money here.
And to get out. So he was disgruntled at his previous stop.
But why?
Well, you know,
cash
it was money, but I think the Vikings would have paid him something. He got more with Buffalo, and then they paid him again, and then we famously saw him on the sideline doing this thing to Josh Allen during the playoff game, and the Bills are in. Should the Bills fans be worried? Of course they should be worried. This team cannot afford to lose Stefon Diggs, but Stefon Diggs might find himself not being worth the trouble. He is a very, very good receiver. Yes. He's not one of the 5 best in the league. He's not that. I mean,
he's in the discussion. I mean, that.
I mean, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp. That's 5 easy. To me, that's 5 easy.
Cooper is arguable.
Cooper won the football triple crown, but then that's without mentioning guys like Deebo Samuel, A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb.
He's in that class.
He's in that class. That's fine.
Great receiver.
And the Bills can trade him. Just so everybody understands the cap mechanics of it, trading him would actually save them about $1.5 million this year. Next year, they would have $31 million of dead money. But next year, for him on the team, it's $27 million. So it's only you're only negative $4 million cap dollars for next season trading him versus keeping him.
Your number one receiver.
Well, I understand that.
And you're still paying him more.
I understand that, but it depends on if the number one receiver wants to be there. And listen, this is further evidence. I'm sorry. This iteration of the Bills missed their moment. It made sense. The track they were on. They draft Josh Allen. He struggles, then he's starting to put it together. They sneak into the playoffs. They lose kind of an ugly wild card game, but hey, we're building something. The next year, they have a really good regular season. They make it all the way to the AFC Championship game, but the true champion team that they have to go up against, the Chiefs, waxes them. They then admit, we are obsessed with the Chiefs. Everything we're doing is about beating the Chiefs.
Right.
You then get back to the moment, not the AFC Championship game, but the round before, and you have them beat, and you find a way to lose. And then last year, I understand the regular season record was good. The playoff performance was terrible. It was a bad game against Miami. And then not only the defense fell apart against Cincinnati, that offense scored 10 points, which was the fewest points they had scored in a year and a half. The last time they had scored that few points was the wind game against the Patriots. So you have your worst offensive game in nearly 2 seasons. Then the defensive coordinator moves on. It looks like Josh is regressing a bit. The wide receiver's angry. The division just got way better. Jalen Ramsey came to the division, right? Aaron Rodgers came to the division. Maybe DeAndre Hopkins comes to the division, but more importantly, the Patriots are going to try to have an actual coaching staff this year. Like that the Bills as Team 1B in the AFC, that grand opening, grand closing, that moment's gone.
But to say, I mean, when you've got a young, hotshot quarterback, your window is not closed. Now, look, I think there are 4 other teams ahead of them in the AFC right now.
Really?
Obviously, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Miami, I think, are ahead of them. So I get, but I'm just saying to, write them off, now they're going to struggle to make the playoffs. I just think that's way too soon.
Here's the numbers on Stefon, which one of the reasons why he might be upset, because he was cooking earlier in the season. Then there was basically a line in the sand. And then from that point, either he struggled or he just wasn't getting the ball enough. The production went down or Josh played poorly. Here's the other thing. There was a game, was it 2 years ago? Remember they played the Bucks in overtime and they lost, and they came out of there thinking, feeling very good, we're okay, and we're like, man, you lost, but they turned their season around.
Yep.
I think after this Kansas City loss, they haven't recovered from that.
I don't think so either. And also, if you remember that Kansas City loss, the offense was explosive, but that was a Gabe Davis game. The Chiefs actually did a really good job. I don't have the numbers committed to memory, but I feel like he had 3 catches for minimal yards, he being Diggs, in that explosive Kansas City playoff game. And Gabe Davis killed him, had 4 touchdowns. And so listen.
So you think that?
I don't know. I think all of it. I think if you think we're going to win the Super Bowl, and for one reason or another, you don't win a game, and it's a game where you have your least production of the year, that could stick with you. But on the window open close part of it, so you didn't mention Jacksonville. I'm not trying to argue with you about the Jags, but some team from the AFC South is guaranteed to go to the playoffs. We agree on that.
Sure.
If you're right about your list, and I don't totally disagree with it, Kansas City, Cincinnati, AFC South, you said you like Baltimore. You said you like Miami more. We're now at 5. Right. There's only 2 spots left. You had not mentioned the Chargers, you had not mentioned the Jets, and you had not mentioned the call it surprise team X, that whomever it is, there's always a surprise team. Save a spot. Patriots, Broncos, you know what I mean, and also ran nobody cares about team that maybe bounces back. My point is this. I would be more surprised by the Bills making the Super Bowl than missing the playoffs. I think right now they are going in the wrong direction, and this is something I don't think is over because he showed up to mandatory minicamp.
Look, I'm not trying to be diplomatic here.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of 50-50.
Sure.
I would not be surprised if they get to the Super Bowl. I mean, they got a great quarterback. We think he's a great quarterback. Defense, receiver.
If I give you a bad vibes power ranking, which team would be number 1?
Right now, but it's early.
Okay,
we got a long way to go.
But you're number 1 in bad vibes power ranking. Number 1.
We got a long way to go.
Okay. You don't want to be you don't even really want to be top 5.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.